This is Mac OS Ken.
Prepping for Apple earnings, a weird reason for the MacBook Pro delays, and defeating the dreaded notch. It is Thursday, the 28th of October, 2021. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from Mac OS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and sponsored by Upstart. Fair and fast personal loans. Learn more and check your rate at upstart.com/macOSCan. This show is also sponsored by Comet Backup, a fast, flexible backup platform for businesses and IT providers. You've got a good business, a growing business. What are you doing to protect against disaster? Catastrophic hardware failure, unexpected human error, nefarious ransomware attacks? No, not everything is out to get you, but lots of things could. Backups are your protection when things fall apart, and Comet Backup can be that for you. Comet is secure, encrypted backup software for computers, emails, databases, and servers. It's like jumping back to before the bad thing happened. And Comet grows with your business with scalable per-device pricing. Whether yours is a Mac, Linux, or Windows environment, Comet Backup can handle them all. Test drive Comet Backup with a 30-day free trial at cometbackup.com. Plus, you can get $50 free credit when you sign up with the promo code MacOSCan at cometbackup.com. Start running backups in 15 minutes or less at cometbackup.com. Today is another one of the things. We started on Monday talking about all the stuff going on for Apple this week, from OS updates to new Macs going on sale, to the drying up of Apple's high-tech hanky, to the gathering of the financial faithful and financial curious. We arrived today at that last one. Apple's fourth quarter earnings for fiscal year 2021 will be released today after the close of regular trading, 4:31 or 4:32 Eastern maybe. According to a piece from Barron's, the Street's expecting revenue of $84.9 billion, earnings per share of 73 cents, iPhone revenue of $41.2 billion, iPad revenue of $8.8 billion, Mac revenue of $9.1 billion, wearables, home, and accessories revenue of $9.4 billion, and services revenue of $17.7 billion. What no one is expecting is a return to revenue guidance. As it's done since the pandemic hit hard in the March quarter of 2020, Apple is expected to talk trends and colors, not say, here's how much we think we're going to make. And why would they? As Barron points out, the stock is suffering from an assortment of nagging woes that likely won't be resolved with this week's earnings report. On Apple's last earnings call, CFO Luca Maestri warned that component issues were intensifying, with a potential impact in the quarter on iPhone and iPad sales. And now they've got Macs they can't deliver and high-tech hankies. If they can say, we're going to keep doing without saying exactly what they're going to do, that's probably what they're going to do. Earnings come in two parts. First, there is the release of data. Then there's the call between Apple execs and financial folks about a half hour later. 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, Apple will host its quarterly earnings call with, one assumes, Apple CEO Tim Cook, Apple CFO Luca Maestri, and financial analysts. You can stream it as it happens on Apple's investor site. The company will make it available as a podcast soon after. Every site worth seeing will write about it. And of course, I'll hit the highlights right here tomorrow. The mystery of the missing MacBook Pros has taken an interesting turn. I told you yesterday of a number of people who had ordered customized versions of Apple's newer-than-new MacBook Pros waking on Tuesday, their anticipated day of delivery, to email saying, Sorry, instead of the 26th of October, your new machine will arrive sometime in December. Or words to that effect. If you had offered me odds, I would have put a quatlu or two on problems in the supply chain. And I apparently would have lost my made-up money. A piece from Mac Rumors has the delivery service UPS saying this is on them. According to the report, a mechanical failure has caused a delay is the message several customers are being told when they track their new MacBook Pro shipment. Customers on the Mac Rumors forum are also reporting that UPS is sending emails to customers informing them of unknown mechanical failures and that estimated delivery dates will vary depending on the conditions on the ground. What the ever-loving heck? Skipping down the page, the piece says, your shipment is currently within the UPS network. However, an unforeseen event has occurred which could result in a change to the scheduled delivery date is another message being broadcast to customers. Mac Rumors says UPS flights out of Shanghai and Seoul, two places machines are believed to be sitting, are looking really sporadic, or were on Wednesday anyway. One UPS flight that was supposed to go from Seoul to Cologne, Germany, just didn't. Mechanical failure? Okay. People waiting for a delayed MacBook Pro may be annoyed by this next story. iFixit got a MacBook Pro. You know what that means. iFixit broke a MacBook Pro. They've not done their full teardown yet. That said, another piece from Mac Rumors says the firm has shared a teaser of the teardown, and they've already found something to like. The batteries on the new 14-inch MacBook Pros have pull tabs. Quoting Mac Rumors, the 4 outer battery cells have easily noticeable iPhone-like pull tabs, and once the trackpad is removed, there are cutouts in the chassis to access the pull tabs that hold the middle 2 battery cells in place, according to iFixit. The pull tabs are likely in the new 16-inch MacBook Pro 2, given it has a similar internal layout as the 14-inch model. While batteries in MacBook Air have had such tabs since 2018, batteries in MacBook Pro have been glued in place since 2012. Whether making battery replacement easier will make the process less expensive through Apple is unknown. Either way, the piece says the pull tabs will certainly benefit do-it-yourself repairs by making the battery cells more easily accessible. It turns out there is already a fix for one of the biggest new MacBook Pro complaints. No, not the one about not being able to get them. This has to do with the camera notch. You've likely heard a bit of complaining about this one. In some applications, the notch at the top of the display on the new laptops has presented some issues. Sometimes the cursor acts weird around the notch. Other times, items in the application's menu bar are hidden by the notch. Now, yet another piece from Mac Rumors indicates that there is already a fix built in. In a new support doc from Apple, the company hips users to the scale to fit below built-in camera option. Guess what that does? Mac Rumors tells users how to do it, saying to turn on scale to fit below built-in camera for an app on the new MacBook Pro models, open the Finder app and click on the applications in the sidebar. Then, right-click on the desired application and select Get Info. In the info window that opens, check off the Scale to Fit Below Built-in Camera box, and the display will automatically adjust when the app is open. Should that be more prevalent? That might be nice, but at least the fix is already there. More news in a moment, but first a word from Upstart. Fair and fast personal loans. If you dread looking at your credit card statements, you're not alone. The weight of debt can feel crushing, but Upstart can help you get out from under it. Whether it's paying off credit cards, consolidating high-interest debt, or funding personal expenses, over 1 million people have used Upstart to get a simple, fixed monthly payment with a clear payoff date. Upstart looks at more than just your credit score, factoring in income and current employment. You can check your rate without impacting your credit score in minutes for loans between $1,000 to $50,000, and you can receive funds as fast as one business day after accepting your loan. Find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/macOSKen. UPSTART, that's upstart.com/macOSKen. Don't forget to use my URL to let them know I sent you. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Upstart.com/macOSKen. Big environmental news from Apple on Wednesday. Apple Insider says the Cupertino company has launched 10 Power for Impact projects supporting local communities most affected by climate change. Projects run all over the planet, from here in the States to South Africa, Nigeria, the Philippines, Colombia, and Israel. Additionally, Apple's plans to green the supply chain continue. In a statement, says Apple Insider, Apple said that its roster of suppliers committed to using 100% clean energy more than doubled over the last year. A total of 175 Apple suppliers are transitioning to renewable energy, and Apple expects to avoid over 18 million metric tons of CO2 annually. Quoted in the statement, Apple CEO Tim Cook, who said every company should be part of the fight against climate change, and together with our suppliers and local communities, we're demonstrating all of the opportunity and equity green innovation can bring. We're acting with urgency, the CEO continued, and we're acting together, but time is not a renewable resource and we must act quickly to invest in a greener and more equitable future. Also quoted in the release, Apple VP of Environment, Policy, and Social Initiatives Lisa Jackson, who said, "For too long, the communities most impacted by climate change haven't had a seat at the table. That has to change, and we're committed to being part of that change. The new projects we're sharing will help communities by developing new, local, renewable projects," she continues, "creating a healthier and more equitable world while advancing the fight against climate change." Apple's put more of its own apps out there. Just about a month after opening iOS native apps like Mail, Music, News, Stocks, and Calculator to user review in the App Store, a piece from 9 to 5 Mac says the Cupertino company has done it again. Well, done the same thing with different applications. Messages, Phone, Photos, and Safari are now open for praise or burial by users in the App Store. And finally today, a couple of weeks after rumors started swirling, Apple Music has officially landed on PlayStation 5. Around the middle of the month, some PS5 users were offered the option to install the Apple Music app when setting up a new account on the console. When they tried, though, they were told the app was not available. Now a piece from Engadget says it is. According to the report, PS5 is the first console with Apple Music integration. Install the app and users can access the full Apple Music library, including over 90 million songs, playlists, Apple Music Radio, and 4K music videos. If you're watching a video and leave the app to switch to a game or another screen, Engadget says, the music will keep playing. To me, that sounds like magic, even though I know it isn't. I worked with a guy in the year 2000 who wanted something like this so much for the PlayStation. Like the first PlayStation. He wanted to be able to load his own MP3s into the player so he could play his games and listen to his music, all on one unit. Dude was a visionary. He was also a stoner, though I prefer to concentrate on the visionary part. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and sponsored by Comet Backup, a fast, flexible backup platform for business. Get a $50 free credit when you use promo code macOSKen at cometbackup.com. This show is also sponsored by Upstart, fair and fast personal loans. Learn more and check your rate at upstart.com/macOSKen. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media, online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. Info at macosken.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.